Alright. So, it's me again. Well, if who knows what's going on with the YouTube wall, if it's being seen. Like, I got heckled the other day, but they just, like, I have a Facebook wall that wouldn't be going on if none of this shit was true. Like, the Illuminati made the fucking mistake of putting me under a fucking illegal, complete lie conservatorship, and they haven't touched it for 2.5 years because I have the proof that they set me up and the shrink lied. So I've just gotten severely gang stalked for the past 2.5 years, on top of the 6 years before that, on top of the decades before that I had no clue. Exactly. Thank you. I've proven to be a fucking witch, a white witch, God's witch, a good witch. Not like these satanic witches that are down here cursing everybody and freaking getting what they can. Like I said, watch Rosemary's Baby. There's a lot of truth into what these people do and what they're capable of doing with the dark energy in the universe. Like, sad but true, it is the fucking truth. So, sorry, I got distracted. And I don't know how to edit, so, yeah. But I was hanging out with my angels because I'm a medium, and so I talk to people on the other side, souls on the other side. But there were people, because, like, they were on this side living, you know, and I knew that. But now they're just on the other side living. And I'm gifted enough that I can communicate with them in my mind. So, nobody's ever told me that I'm delusional and that it's not true. I even, like, yeah. Well, no. I don't know. The Douglas County courts were completely aware of what I was saying about myself. Right. And the things that have been going on. So, that's why I'm still walking free. But because I'm walking free is because I have military backup. Granted, they haven't made contact with me because it's a big, huge mission to come and rescue me out of Omaha, Nebraska. Like, true story. This is what my life turned into. Exactly. So anyways, but I'm really stuck on this freaking MK Ultra Monarch project subject that I am. Like, this is what I want to make short and sweet. Why I know that this happened, alright? So, yeah. So the story goes, like, it was like 10 years ago, a little over. It was like 2012, 2013, 2012. I have it written down, but right now I either know it was that or that. But around that time, the internet was so much different a decade ago, guys. Like, you have no idea how freaking suppressed we are with the information that's put out there. Like, it was a lot different 10 years ago. A lot. So, anyways, got distracted again. Yeah. Alright, well, anyways. So, came across some, like, truth videos. Real truth videos. Like, I dove down a rabbit hole on YouTube that I don't even know if it still exists anymore. But there was a whole rabbit hole about CIA mind programming and all that they did. So, it was just, like, weird to me and shit. Like, what the hell? Within a couple days, like, this memory popped up in my mind. And I remember hours of my day as a little kid. And from what I've been told through channeling, that was probably, like, went too far. Like, I was too old. And I actually made an actual fucking memory of the whole fucking thing. So, anyways, I didn't explain it in my last video because I got all distracted with ADHD and just everything, but this one, I'm going to make it short and sweet. Yep. So, this memory popped up in my mind. I remembered it was the vehicle, like, well, it was our family vehicle that we had at that time. And I remember, like, driving, and I remember going into what is now the Westroads Mall. And at that time, way back when, like, the DMV was there was, like, offices there. It wasn't strictly shopping like it is now if you live in Omaha. But back in the 80s, there was, like, business places in there. Yeah. So I went in there, and I remember getting taken into a room, like, and sat down, and being left, and there was a screen in front of me, and just flashes. I don't even know of what. It makes me sick to my stomach to even try to think about it, knowing what I know now, you know? But it was just like I went into a daze. And then I was even in a daze to, like, the person had to come and snap me out of it and said, you can come and pick out a prize now. And there was a big pile of brown like lunch sacks. And I picked one, and I got a brand new, not in the box, no packaging, popple. And if you, like, Google it, it's from the 80s. It was like this stuffed animal that you could turn into a ball, I think. And then it was a stuffed animal too. And I remember getting back, like, being in the car and asking my mom, like, what was that? And my mom said, you did a survey. And I remember getting home. I remember playing in the front yard, throwing that thing around, and having that stuffed animal for years until finally just whatever happened to my stuffed animals as a kid. They probably are in a landfill somewhere. But that popped into my mind. I brought it up to my vault, who I thought could be a vault. I had known the guy since 3rd grade, you know. We had become friends more and more as we grew up in life. And I said, Dara, I think they mind programmed me. I think I have, like, I unblocked a fucking memory of going in for mind programming. I was like, I think it was done between the Westroads and also between Offutt. And he agreed with me. He's like, I could see him doing it, you know. I was like, I'm just not saying anything, you know. It's just, I don't even want to know, you know. Like, I'm fine, right? Right. And nonchalantly, like, brought it up to this jerk I was dating, and just said, like, this memory popped out, and I, like, said what happened, and it was just, like, the short of it, and he was like, I have no idea. He wasn't very intelligent. Turns out he's inbred, so that I could understand why he couldn't grasp the concept of that sounds like mind programming that the government did to you. He couldn't, no. But, and I just left it at that, and went through my life, and I never told anybody. Like, just how the fuck could I freaking want to sound publicly, like, crazy like that I think I got mind programmed by this, like, the government somehow. The CIA was behind it. I never said anything. And then I got set up by the U.S. Marshals and that damn bunch of YouTubers. I won't use their names. If you want their names, go to my fucking Facebook wall. I'll have to share it again to keep it at the top a little bit, but Mary Bunton is the Facebook wall. That is my alias. Bunton is a family name that I have legal ties to that has been kept hidden from me and made a joke because it's such a high up Illuminati name, Bunton. So, anyways. Well, yeah. See, I communicate with people. It's my angels, yeah. I have, like, millions of angels that are on our side, the Christians. And they're really looking out for me. I've proven it's true. Nobody's ever told me I'm delusional. It's not what's going on. Like, no. It's true. So, anyways. So there was that, and I just left it at that. You know what I mean? Like, okay. Well, no, I got set up by the YouTubers and the U.S. Marshals because the YouTubers, one of them, long story, but he was a hacker. I talked about him the last time, but he hacked on the dark web and he found my whole CIA file. All of my mind programmings, like, down to the technique that they used on me, which was apparently a technique that they never used on anybody else in the MK Ultra Monarch project. And yeah, apparently it's true. Like, I don't want to believe that, but then, I don't know, but then I kind of turn into, like, I flip it around, and I guess they think that backfired on them, because after all this time, they still want to play just, we're around, we're not done with you, we'll deal with you down the road. They show their presence less, the CIA, but still, I know I'm heavily surveillanced by them, illegally, right? So, anyways, so I told the, like, through channeling, well, it was in the beginning of the setup, that was September 16th of 2016, where I definitely knew, like, oh shit. Well, I had some feelings, like, before that, a couple weeks before that, like, why do I feel like this dude is following me around the fuck Walmart? Who the fuck is this guy? He has an earpiece in, he's like, what in the world, what, like, he's following me around, like, it's weird. So, yeah, anyways, so, they were torturing me really bad one night. The YouTubers and the U.S. Marshals, with noise harassment, just driving me crazy in my mind with taking advantage of this channeling crap and a sick, evil, psychological game that makes me want to cry, thinking about what these YouTubers got away with these corrupt U.S. Marshals. And anyways, but they were using, I had never used social media, ever. Never, ever, ever. But they forced me to get on social media, and I thought I'd be okay on Twitter, but they wanted me on Facebook because they had Facebook all involved in my setup, and I was going to have a special wall that nobody could see, and it was going to be great. Right? Right. Not cool at all. But I started out on Twitter, and then I tweeted, and they were using, like, sock accounts, and I knew what sock accounts, like, yeah, I know this is you guys, like, but I used one of the sock accounts that I knew that the U.S. Marshals and the YouTubers were using, and I messaged them and said, I know. I was, mind you, there's complete noise harassment all around. Mufflers, like, being so loud, engines, like, no idea, racing up and down the street, like, no idea, sitting in the parking lots and just doing it. You have no idea, like, all of this shit's going on at the same time. And I fucking tweet one of these fucking, like direct message or whatever, not public, but I said, I know that the CIA mind programmed me. And I shit you not, as soon as I said it, all of the noise stopped. They left me alone for a couple days, but then it was through channeling. What do you think your programs are? And just because I'm a witch, I was pretty dead on. But they took it as, like, I'm a pedophile, like, I commit crimes, and I would know that shit hurts my soul. I'm not capable of those things. Like, I have proven in my case, because so many others that carry a great soul and could have done great things that were mind programmed, chosen to mind programming over their soul. I've never detached myself from my soul. I carry Mother Mary's. It hurts me to think about harming others. So, anyways, no, I don't know. We're not talking about any of that crap, the future, and what I hold in it. But I just know that at this time, if they let me go because I'm being held against my will as a political prisoner in Omaha, Nebraska, not to laugh about it, it's really messed up, guys. Oh God, you have no idea. Help. Like, seriously, I want to cry. So, yeah. So, anyways, but we had a little channeling conversation because I've proven that channeling does exist. We're in end times. Those YouTubers got it hijacked by a bunch of corrupt U.S. Marshals within the Illuminati. Just dumbasses. Complete dumbasses. And my friend, the hacker, he warned all of them not to do it, and they did it because they were prima donnas. Didn't work out for, I mean, God's mad at them. They're so, like, how they failed all of us. What they could have been and how it turned out. Those YouTubers from 2016. And a lot of YouTubers that tried to get a lot involved in the, like, through the years found out about it because I was emailing them and sending them, this is what happened, but everybody's scared because it's the Illuminati and you don't want to get targeted like me and gang stalked. It sucks. Thousands of people will tell you how bad it is. So, anyways, so that was started, like, October of 2016. The conservatorship was put into place at the beginning of 2000, or at the end of 2021, and it's never been enforced. We're like going into 2025, right? So, anyways, I have a lot of public credibility with what I say. And I've publicly been saying for a long time that I know that the CIA mind programmed me. And I know that they've been around and be in their spooky ways and everything throughout the years of gang stalking. And I know that they have traumatized me psychologically through this form of communication called channeling. And they have worked programs and they turned me into somebody else, and it is a sex slave, and it is awful. And it is horrible, and I don't know why people even want to play with something like that. But these psychos do. And I've been saying for years that that's been going on, and I've never been told that I'm delusional. And the sex slavery stuff was pretty intense through channeling. And I have public credibility to get away with saying that it did happen. And a lot of people have been involved. So, this one time in 2016, it was at the end of October. I think maybe the 26th or some shit like that. I don't know, I have it documented somewhere. But they literally freaking had me calling the cops for help. Sarpy County just was like, oh, you gotta go to Douglas for all of this. Well, I wanted my dad to get in trouble for the shit he did to me when I was a kid. And so I'm calling the cops. So the cop finds me. I'm all confused because I just, yeah. Well, I went to the old precinct. That's just a parking lot. I didn't know that they wanted me to go to the new one. Anyways, honest mistake. When the cop approaches me, and I have it documented his name, so whatever, like, I didn't get his badge number, but definitely got his name. And I know they didn't do reports on any of this shit, but I'm telling the truth, right? But he approached me saying, is this about the mind programming that was done at the Westroads in the 80s? And I just said no. I had only ever talked about it through channeling and on a sock account on Twitter. Why the hell is some Omaha police approaching me? And that's the first thing he says to me. So, those are all the reasons that I know that I was mind programmed by the CIA as a kid. And I think in so many ways it backfired on them because they're afraid of who they created. And it's like, you don't have to play with that. Like, I'm programmed to be a psychotic monster and willing to kill. And not, it's a miracle that I'm alive and I'm not a criminal and I'm not in prison. Like, the military and my angels agree with that. That's how it is. But I'm not like that. Yeah. I have a big temper that I'm trying to get control over. And I don't like when people play with it and provoke it and think it's okay to do that. It shows that I shouldn't be around you and you're reckless with me. And you want to turn me into somebody that I don't want to be in so many ways. So I need to get away from you. Figure shit out in the future. So, anyways, please, like, come and check me out on Facebook. Mary Bunton. Like, yeah, apparently I'm tech blocked. I've said that, but we'll see. But I wanted people to hear this. This is why I know that I was in the MK Ultra Monarch project. And the CIA has told me through channeling that I'm their favorite subject. And they don't know how to let go of. Well, they don't even know. At this point, they'll cause the rapture if they get their hands on me. So they want to get that all taken care of, and then, yeah, they feel they're entitled to have fun with all of my programs that they want to have fun with. Until I'm finally released, maybe, from the program or some shit like that. Something like that. That's where I stand with the CIA. Because of the MK Ultra Monarch project. That's so unfair. It's so wrong. I was a toddler when they put me in that. And we all have the same stories. Our parents will take it to the grave that it never happened. Exactly. All I have is one time my dad asked me when I said I know I was mind programmed. He said, "What are your mind programs?" I really wouldn't tell him. He would never say that happened. My mom would never say, me asking her what that was, her saying it's a survey, she would say that never happened. That's how deep it goes with whatever happened when they sold us to the CIA. Our parents will always choose the CIA and the country over their own children. It's really fucked up. So, anyways, take care of you guys out there. I know it's a struggle. I don't know what kind of a person you are. But, just like I always say, even through your sadness, you have to find a happiness. And always trust in God and Jesus that they'll get you through this. When you think it's too much, just give it a couple more days. And I promise you, they'll give you some relief. They've always done that.